Fucking guy.
looking like $1 million.
Woo! Fucking guy. It's fucking
Gotta
guy.
open my jacket. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here for the Tru Heels Year-End Awards, the second annual 2018 Tru Heels Year-End Awards. I am your esteemed host, SP3, and this is not only Tru Heel Heat 22, this is my bid, this is my audition tape to replace Kevin Hart as your new host of the Oscars, because, as you know, you can't replace one short black man unless it's with another short black man. So SP3 for your Oscars host, put it in the comments section. Yes, it is the second annual Tru Heels Year-End Awards. Are you ready, Top Guy JJ?
The fact that we're ending 2018 as ridiculous as we've started it. I mean, it's a sharp giddy up, by the way.
I'm looking great. I'm looking great.
You know, look like Baby Seth did your tie, though. But, you know, I mean,
he did. But, anywho, ladies, you can put your numbers in the comment section as well. Okay, so we're going to go over the Tru Heel roll call. That's how we start off all of these Tru Heel Heats. That's where we shout out all of our Tru Heels from the Tru Heels group page, a couple of folks from the Pro Wrestling Spotlight who are viewing us live as well as on the Tru Heels page, and our YouTube subscribers, which is streaming live on our official YouTube channel, Tru Heel Heat. We like to give a shout out to all of those, the people that have been letting themselves be known. First, we got a comment on a couple of our conversation starters. Still the same top three from the last Tru Heel Heat 22. We got Jamie at number 1 still, followed by Bruno AB, the Peruvian pimp, and Romeo. Romeo, that true face Romeo. Yes, they are the top three, but we want to show some love to a couple of our conversation starters. So we want to shout out to Jessica V, to Michael Gomez, Steve Salvage, and the one and only Duncan Kennedy, who keeps getting it wrong. It's not Wrestler of the Year. Ospreay can't be Wrestler of the Year. He's not a draw. He is most outstanding wrestler. Duncan Kennedy, we love you, but you're getting that wrong. Anyway, we got to shout out a couple of our Tru Heels. Tru Heel Steven, Ben, Bill Stifler. I'm going to say Stifler. It's probably spelled wrong, but Stifler, Bill Stifler, Nicholas Martin, who just came off of a birthday. I saw him at Legends for the TLC viewing party. And Crooked Kid Stally, who is one of our YouTube subscribers, as well as Prog123, who's checked out all of our videos on our YouTube channel, from me versus Baby Seth to all of the Tru Heel Heats. So we want to shout out those specific two YouTube subscribers, as well as Tru Heel Cherry. And we also want to give a very special shout out to Sir Wilkins, who was on Tru Heel Heat 21, as well as hosted the great viewing party at Legends. So come check us out at Legends. I'll be back once again for their next viewing party, which is going to be for Impact Homecoming in January. On the next Tru Heel Heat, we're going to preview that show. But let's get in.
Wait, the jobbers are doing an Impact viewing party?
Okay. So I've been getting questioned by this a lot. When we had Wilkins, Sir Wilkins, on Tru Heel Heat 21, I injected him with an evil dose of becoming a genuine, true wrestling fan. He's no longer a WWE mark. No.
He was at Final
Battle. He was at ROH Final Battle.
He was at Final Battle.
He said he's going to be up at 3 a.m. for Wrestle Kingdom. And now he's doing a viewing party for Impact. So thank you to all the Jobber Tears fans. You can thank me, send your thank you letters. Jobber Tears will be talking about all of professional wrestling. They won't be not focusing on the awfulness that is WWE sometimes, all the time. They will be focusing on all of wrestling, because I have injected them on an evil dose of being a wrestling fan.
Well, it's actually not an evil dose. Actually, that is actually a very healthy, much needed dose.
No, I like the evil dose because
not evil at all.
It reminds me of
Vince's. If you wanted to really be evil, you would have injected him with more WWE shit.
Let's hear from the Spotlight Nation and the Tru Heels.
From Bruno, the Peruvian pimp, regarding your outfit when you have a podcast at 9, but you gotta go to church at 10.
Oh.
Good one. That was a good one, Peruvian Pimp. I will give you that one.
And the Peruvian Pimp got himself a nice sheer deal of revenge
Oh.
over the. He laid some beating on Baby Sav.
Against
Like,
that vile, evil Baby
Yo, he
Sav.
left them battered, bruised, bloody. You seen the video that got released with the dark video that came out of his?
He sent us text messages because his nose was bleeding in the morning.
Like,
and then Bruno at Evolve 117. Shouts out to everyone who went to Evolve 17, including our friends Garrett from Predetermined Podcast, as well as Queen of the Ring, the one and only Queen of the Ring. Check her out on YouTube. At Evolve 117, he cut one of the best promo he's cut so far. I learned the secret to Bruno's promos. Bruno just came over from Peru to the United States. So Bruno is like a Peruvian Oscar. He cuts much better promos in his native tongue of Spanish. Like, I told him to cut a promo in Spanish. He just flew. It just flew. Like, when he speaks in English, he's trying to remember how to pronunciate. I'm like, no, speak in Spanish, I'll translate. And if you don't have an SAP button on your phone, you're screwed. Anywho, so let's go over the Tru Heels year-end awards. This was voted on by all of our folks on the Tru Heels group page. So if you are checking us out on our YouTube channel or checking us out on the Spotlight Nation, please join the Tru Heels group page. We want everyone to be a part of these polls because we want to hear from the pro wrestling fans. We want to hear what you guys think of the year-end review. So what did you think about 2018 before we get into these awards? We're going to run through a couple of them, and then we're going to focus on a couple that was a really close race with a lot of these.
If I had to put it in a nutshell in 2018, I would say thank God for Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho saved my ass in 2018 for wrestling. Oh my God. Oh my God. If we had to deal with WWE or all that other nonsense that they was attempting to put out, Chris Jericho put the lifeblood of non-WWE wrestling in my veins. Obviously, New Japan has probably been the promotion of the year. That has been since he's been there, because that's basically where he's at. Jericho, if you've been living under a fucking rock, you would know that Jericho has been doing things for New Japan. And the fact that he has been that lifeblood and that injection that I needed, especially during my WWE depression, where I was having full bottles of tequila during Tru Heel Heat, I thank Jericho in a nutshell for 2018.
He wants to thank Jericho for the fact that he still has a liver going into 2019. Yeah. So, let's go over this first one. So, we got to start off big. We're going to start off with the 2018...
The alpha of wrestling.
The 2018 Tru Heel of the Year. It was unanimous by the Tru Heels. Tommaso Ciampa with 105 votes. Outvoted everyone on this one.
I still love it. I just don't like the fact that he has music now.
What's wrong with him?
I don't like the fact that he has music now.
He couldn't stay without the music for that long.
That was the best, like, 6 months of him just walking out. Once you just seen Ciampa hit the screen and those boos hit, that shit was phenomenal. Not the fact that you had to have this music and these little butterball looking lights and shit. Like, it's like, he looks like he's kind of a regular heel now. But that, when you just seen his name pop up and he walked out to them boos, into the fuck you Ciampas, like, that shit was amazing.
So JJ is representing all you typical WWE fans who can't get anything good. They have to complain about something.
No, I love Ciampa. I just said I don't like the fact that he has music. I'm not complaining about it. I still love him just as much as everybody. What the fuck?
Uh-huh. The 2018 Babyface of the Year with 67 votes was a person that we've had a lot of opinions about, AJ Styles. 2018 Best Non-Wrestler.
That would make a lot of sense, actually.
You think so?
That would make a lot of sense, because we've been shitting on him all year.
It makes sense that he's the Babyface of the Year, right?
It would make a lot of sense.
You guys voted on it, but I will agree. He was the Babyface of the Year.
That would make sense.
Best Non-Wrestler with 27 votes. I didn't agree with this one. Personally, I felt like the best non-wrestler was William Regal or Yeah, I'd probably say William Regal. But the fans, the Tru Heels, they voted on with 27 votes, Paul Heyman, which I feel was a Lifetime Achievement Award.
He won by default.
Yeah, it was a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah, that was he got the award handed to him, so that's fine.
Okay, this is one that I really want to talk about. The 2018 Most Overrated.
This was good. This was so good. This was so good. Yo,
Oh my God.
Thank you, Tru Heel Heat Nation. Spotlight. Yo, y'all came through with this one because now when y'all, we're bringing the heated opinion to Tru Heel Heat.
With 109 votes.
This was so good.
She had
This is so
70
good.
more votes than Braun Strowman.
so
Braun
good.
Strowman, who got 57 title shots in 2018. None of them were good matches. He never had a great match in 2018. He was pushed way too much and never had the skill level for the push that he was getting. Because if you didn't know, people, Most Overrated is for the person who gets a push
so
that
good.
doesn't meet their skill level. 2017.
I'm pouring
Jinder
into that.
Mahal,
I'm
Jinder
pouring into that,
Mahal
Tru
was the obvious choice in 2017.
I'm pouring to this.
I understand you people like Braun Strowman, so with 109
This is so
votes,
good.
the most overrated was our Lord and Savior,
Overrated.
Ronda Rousey, which is it's fucking blasphemous.
This is so funny. I couldn't wait for you to read that. Most votes. That's just like, I can't wait for this episode to see your reaction. That's just phenomenal.
Yo, I swear to God, the Tru Heels did it.
Yo.
They thought it was who is the most overrated to SP3.
Yo.
That's what I thought.
Yo, you know what's so funny about this? Is because those 109 people that voted for Ronda Rousey has no fucking clue why they voted for her.
No clue. No fucking clue. Because when we go through one of the other awards, it makes no sense why she's the most overrated if she won another award, a positive award. It makes no fucking sense.
Yo, they have no idea why. They just thought, yo, who's big? Who's big? And the first person was Ronda Rousey. So they called her not good. They just said, no, that bitch is overrated.
Let's move on. Oh, wait. Let's hear from the Spotlight Nation before we move on.
Yo, please.
I gotta give it
Tru
back.
Heel Xavier says Ronda overrated Rousey.
Tru Heel Xavier, your name is Steven Caceres. Anyway, most underrated. Most underrated with 55 votes.
This is another default.
Yeah,
award.
this one was a Lifetime
This is another
Achievement
default
award because there was a lot of other people you could have put on here. Mustafa Ali, Buddy Murphy.
My pick right there.
Like, there's a bunch
That
of
was
them.
my pick right
but
there.
most underrated was Cesaro, voted by the Tru Heels. I don't know. The guy who was Raw Tag Team Champions to begin the
He's
year.
basically lived with gold for the past 2 years in WWE.
I don't know. He lost to a 10-year-old at WrestleMania. So
Oh yeah, right.
I don't know. Most improved for 2018. This is another one that I was a little confused about because I don't view the person as very much improved. But with 59 votes, Elias. The Tru Heels walk with Elias. He was the most improved for 2018.
I get it.
I honestly,
get
by
it.
far, I thought that was Hangman Page.
I get
Hangman
it.
Page or Buddy Murphy.
I get it because we're thinking mainstream. This is a mainstream vote.
I get
More people knows who Elias is than Hangman Page, even though we know Hangman is like the way better wrestler by like 10 million. By 10, like the number is not, I don't even think there's a number existent enough for the level of skill Hangman has to Elias.
Exactly.
But it's just Elias has like this captivating appeal to him that just drew the masses and it just generates votes.
But I said this at the beginning of the year, Raw 25. He was the best call-up from NXT. They're the best one they've had in years.
But WWE has like quadruple the amount of viewers to ROH, so it's like you kind of see how that happened.
I get it. But I wanted to get on the site because I'm going to read the results for the next award, but let's hear from the Spotlight Nation and the Tru Heels.
Tru Heel Dre says, what the fuck? Elias is trash.
Thank you, Dre!
Not disagreeing
Thank
with
you,
it.
Dre!
Not disagreeing with it.
Thank you, Dre!
But clearly, out of the 3.5 people that is on the Tru Heels page and the God knows how many thousands people on the Spotlight, bet you Even though they hate it, watch WWE.
And one more before we move on. Tru Heel Maurice says, the reigning, defending, undisputed, overrated champion, Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Oh, good one, producer.
That was awful.
That was awful. He almost caught you.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I didn't. He wasn't going to catch me. No. So, the 2018 Best High Flyer, guess what, folks? Okada Omega 2. We got to draw. We got to draw. So, this comes down to SP3, the top guy, JJ. And if we need to have a deciding vote, we're going to go to our producer behind the camera. But Best High Flyer with 15 votes apiece, Ricochet and Will Ospreay. Who you got?
Okay, so I believe that there's a difference between high flying and aerial maneuvers. Moves in gravity, the things that Will Ospreay can do is like ridiculous. But just strictly high flying, there's not a man alive that got anything on Ricochet.
So we're going to have to go to our producer.
Ain't nobody got, like, dude, Ricochet is on a different level.
Ricochet, to me, has really compromised all the styles that he's learned. He learned the lucha style from...
Dude, the fact that
let's let me
somersault and he stuck the landing.
He's
an Olympian.
He does great high-flying moves, but he is not Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay dedicated his whole 2018 to high-flying moves. It's very hard. And this is one that I 100% understand why you guys had it as a tie. So we got one vote for Ospreay, one vote for Ricochet. Our producer is the deciding factor. Our producer, who is the 2018 Best High Flyer?
Fuck. We would have to go with Ricochet because he made it to the main stage and he delivered.
So Ricochet...
Ospreay spent some time injured this year, right?
At the end of the year, but it's tough, but our producer gets the nod to Ricochet.
Literally, it's pick your flavor.
Yes, it is.
It's literally pick your flavor. You can't go wrong with either vote.
I'll give it up to you guys for splitting that vote because that's a tough one.
I'm proud of y'all because that's some real wrestling fan vote right there because that pick your flavor. You can't go wrong with either one.
2018 Best Technical Wrestler, it was kind of landslide.
This should not even,
27 votes.
This should not even be.
Zack Sabre Jr.
This should not even be a discussion.
Best Brawler was another close one.
This should literally be called the Zack Sabre Award.
Well, if he wins the next one for the Wrestling Observer, it will be, I think it's 5 or 6 years in a row he's won it. So he's going to tie Daniel Bryan.
It's a crying shame.
So Best Brawler, it was very close. It was separated by only 3 votes. I'm checking it right now because it was tied early on in the day. But our Best Brawler was the draw, Sami Callihan.
Good choice.
You like that choice? I chose Walter. I chose Walter.
Walter? I love him.
Walter was the one that was just behind Sami Callihan.
Walter will put you in the hospital.
Exactly.
He'll put, the chops, you can't breathe after you get chopped like that. But Callahan is just a street fighter.
He's a brawler.
He's a street fighter.
He's a brawler, and he was Impact. He was voted Impact Superstar of the Year.
The fact the dude used road spikes in a match. Yo, dude, that's beyond cave chest and chops. That is...
Callahan and Pentagon is one of the most violent matches of 2018 for sure. Let's hear from the Spotlight Nation. Tru Heels.
Just have a quick correction from the stat guy. Daniel Bryan is at 9 Best Technical Awards. ZSJ is at 5. It's called the Bryan Danielson Award.
Boom! Thank you, Stat King. We appreciate your corrections because you're the only one that can correct us.
Will he even call himself the Bryan Danielson? Will he even call himself that?
He's the new Danny O'Brien.
Did you say that he's dead too?
The American Dragon.
We're gonna run through the next 3 or so very quickly. Yeah. So 2018 Best on the Mic, 33 votes. Samoa Joe, great pick by you guys.
Hands down.
2018 Best Announcer, another great pick with 30 votes. Mauro Ranallo. And
hands down.
2018 Worst Announcer, another great pick, 28 votes. Jonathan Coachman. Even though the only good thing Coachman did this whole year was putting our Ronda Rousey Ronda Mania sign
Tweeted
on
our
his
pick.
Twitter. On his Twitter.
I would not have given him that vote just because of that pick. That would have been some favoritism for Yaz. Byron Saxon, welcome to the club.
So 2018 best weekly TV show. This one was by far the biggest landslide of all the votes, with the number one pick getting the most votes of any of our winners with 142 votes. The best weekly TV show in wrestling was NXT. Excellent pick by the Tru Heels. Excellent pick by the Spotlight Nation. I have no complaints.
Bravo. Good
I'll
job,
give an
guys.
honorable
Good job,
mention to
guys.
Be in the Elite because it was a YouTube show that built a pay-per-view that held 10,000 people.
Elite.
This one was another very, very, very close one. 2018 Best Major Show. This was the best pay-per-view, major show, network special, however you want to call it. Very close, separated by only 4 votes. With 50 votes, TakeOver New Orleans just edged out All In.
Great choices, actually, because you know what's funny is that we went to the Supercard and we were debating back and forth on which show was better. And we came to consensus that TakeOver was better just because of the compression of hours and the nonstop excitement and action throughout the spread out 5 hours of Supercard. But I just a quick honorable mention. Going back to the last, guys, if y'all don't watch Being the Elite, y'all need that 15 minutes in your life if y'all watched a marathon of that, and y'all watched 8 episodes a day, that is literally 2 hours. Eliminate Raw with Being the Elite. You'll be caught up in a month.
Hey, they have some wrestling highlights.
Awesome
Romeo tried
show.
to stop me when I voted
Awesome,
for Being the
like,
Elite.
that
He was
shit.
like, technically it's not a wrestling show. I was like, it has wrestling highlights on it.
I will commend you on that because you put me. I will give you credit where it's due, and I will say it when it's there. You put me on to Being the Elite, and I put myself on that marathon, and I'm like, this is. I need that. I kind of don't watch it for 2 months just so I can binge watch it.
It's always fun binge
Just
watching
so I can
for
binge
sure.
watch it.
For sure.
Because that 15 minutes and waiting for a whole week,
It's great.
painful.
2018 worst major show. I think it's quite obvious what this one was gonna be. WWE Sweet Saudi Money. Two. Blood Money. Yes, that was the worst show,
Shit
worst
got
major show.
48 votes.
48 votes.
That shit got the most votes.
2018 Best Feud. This was another one that was a little bit of a landslide. 57 votes for Gargano versus Ciampa. And I have to agree with you guys. By far, that was the best feud of the year. Worst feud of the year was only
How was this a tie?
It was only separated by 2 votes. I had to look at the
How?
vote just now. Only by 2 votes. Lashley versus Sami Zayn won
Thank
worst
God
feud
y'all got that
over
right.
Bayley versus Shasta.
That shit made me stop watching WWE, yo. How can you forget Lashley's sisters?
Oh, we're not gonna remind it, folks. We didn't do worst TV segment as an award for you guys on the Tru Heels page because we knew by far Lashley's sisters would win that. So that's the reason we didn't do that. I apologize. Next we got the tag team of the year and the best stable. It is the same team. It is the same stable with 32 votes for the best tag team and 81 votes for the best stable. It is the Undisputed Era. And shouts out to Roderick Strong. He took a picture with your boy, SP3. I will give you guys credit. The best stable was Undisputed Era.
It's the mainstream vote.
Yeah,
It's the mainstream vote.
held down NXT. They were the draw in NXT, so I give you that. They were the best
It
stable.
means something when you make it to that place and you deliver there.
Yeah.
It means something. It really means something. And they could have dropped that ball, but they oh my God, they're the shit.
They
man.
didn't.
They're the shit.
So let's
They're definitely
go
undisputed.
to the best female wrestler with 29 votes. It is the man, Becky Lynch. The man, Becky Lynch, best female wrestler, just edged out.
Did that hit a nerve?
No.
That hit nerve.
I figured the Tru Heels would vote for Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
You guys have been on the Becky. As a lot of you have been Becky fans for a long time. Steve Salvage, John Paul Martin, Michael Hill. You guys have been Becky Lynch fans for a while. We got our bandwagon Becky Lynch fans like Ernesto and a bunch of other ones. We had Jamerson, but he left because he got offended because he was getting ragged on too much for being a bandwagon fan. But anyway,
in all seriousness, though, I think she did definitely deserve this award just because of the year that she's had. Because of the year that she's had.
I'll hold my comments.
Of course, there will be split decisions between Ronda and her, but I think her, just because of what she's done and where she's come from, without the Ronda reputation, Becky did it, man.
She did it. She did her thing.
She did it, man.
She was the hottest thing in the company in 2018, for sure. Most outstanding wrestler for 2018. This is one I didn't really expect because I expected him to win a bunch of other awards, but Kenny Omega wins our 2018 Most Outstanding Wrestler with 31 votes, it actually was. He also wins our 2018 Biggest Draw with 44 votes, just edging out Ronda Rousey.
That is a fact of life.
He just edged out Ronda Rousey by 9 votes.
Yo, dude, when I saw pictures that he got the Tru Heels to go out to motherfucking Poughkeepsie.
That's a draw.
Poughkeepsie?
That's a draw.
Dude, I bet without Google, you can't even spell Poughkeepsie. Y'all motherfuckers was in Poughkeepsie. Poughkeepsie.
That's a draw.
Dude, he's the man.
That's a draw.
He is the fucking man.
2018 Rookie of the Year champion, Ronda Rousey. And you are freaking idiots. How is she the most overrated and Rookie of the Year? That makes no fucking sense.
That's why it was so funny. That's why it was so funny. Because these dummies clicked both buttons at the same time. They clicked both buttons.
Oh my God. Oh my God, man. It's like damn. It's like she's the Rookie of the Year. She's the Rookie of the Year. She's not overrated.
We got fans outside.
We got the fans outside who are complaining that I'm too loud.
We got fans.
You guys got me so heated. I got the neighbors. I got the fans. They're all screaming. They're all saying Ronda Rousey needs to stop. So let's go on to our tweet level.
Hi, lady.
All because of you voting for Ronda Rousey as the most overrated and Rookie of the Year. You got me so heated. You got this lady who's just walking by on the street upset at me.
Yo, we're about to get a letter in the mail. I think we finally lived up to the true billing.
61 votes. Your promotion of the year.
We definitely got some Tru Heel Heat on this episode.
Your promotion of the year was New Japan Pro Wrestling. That was another landslide vote.
He even gets 3 awards, 4 awards, 5 awards. Nothing that involves Kenny Omega is going to surprise me. I'm still laughing about the lady that shit was funny.
It was hilarious, but we got to keep on going, guys. All right.
Yo, I think, she might have made the episode. I'm going to listen to sound bites. She might have made the episode.
Listen to us on YouTube. Listen to us on iTunes. You may hear that lady from the street level yelling at me. Any words from the Spotlight Nation or the Tru Heels before we go over what we've missed?
This is what happens when y'all click Rookie of the Year and overrated at the same time.
Okay.
That was funny.
Okay, Joshua Daniel says, the man, huh? No surprise there for Becky's award. Stat Guy thinks All In was robbed.
I do too.
And Tru Heel Josh says, best female wrestler has half Puerto Rican ass.
Well said, Josh. Well said.
Wait, well, why you claiming only half Puerto Rican, though?
Because he's half Puerto Rican.
So why are you not talking about the other half?
He's only talking about half his ass.
But why he's not even talking about the other? We
don't need to be talking about
I don't
the
need
whole
to be
ass.
talking about nobody's ass.
Anyway.
I'm talking about him being Puerto Rican. Like, what's the other half?
What we've missed.
You want to talk about my goddamn vest? What about the other half of your nationality?
Oh, God. We have to go over what we've missed. We had the
man, Josh. You the man.
Huge final weekend in professional wrestling.
Can't wait to see that Captain Marvel, by the way.
In 2018, we went live to ROH Final Battle, the biggest show in Ring of Honor's calendar year. What were your thoughts on ROH Final Battle? What matches or moments stood out the most to you?
mad at that night, and then not because of ROH, just because I was sick as a dog. Like, I couldn't enjoy the show the way I wanted to. Like, it was a phenomenal show. It was a great show, and the Tru Heels held it down from from a vocal standpoint, and part of me was jealous, especially getting that Cody heat back. That shit was awesome. Cheering, oh my God, did you see that women's match? Like, oh my God,
Kelly Klein.
Oh my God, boobs. Like, just oh my God, just everything. Like, that show had everything. Like, it was a phenomenal show. Even the Jermaine Grisham and Zack Sabre match was really good.
That was really good.
Like, it was such a great show, and I was so mad that I'm like, oh my God, like I feel so horrible right now. But it was a really good show. It was a really, really good show to end the year.
So it was the main evented by the ladder war between SCU defending the ROH tag team titles versus the Young Bucks versus the Briscoes. And my God, that's definitely top 3, top 5 ladder wars in ROH history.
And the Briscoes run this shit.
Both Mark and Jay were bleeding buckets. Kazarian was bleeding buckets. Some of these spots, Nick Jackson almost died falling off that ladder because he missed the table.
He missed the table.
He missed the table completely. He caught one table barely and went through that. But some of the spots in this one were insane. And we said farewell to the Young Bucks. We said farewell to the Elites, to Cody Rhodes. Cody and Lethal had a pretty good match. The circus came to town as usual for Cody. He's always doing his shenanigans. That's why I boo him every time he's in the Hammerstein Ballroom. But
that was great.
I want to say one thing. Hangman Page, if he wasn't the most improved to you before you voted on the Tru Heels year-end awards, he should have been after Final Battle, because even with Ladder War, even with the great technical match between Sabre Jr. and Grisham, so many people have been telling me their favorite match of that night was Jeff Cobb versus Hangman Page. And I will say, Ladder War came at the end of the night. The crowd was a little down. The crowd was no hotter during that match. During Page and Cobb, the crowd was no hotter during that night than that match.
Of course. I mean, that was a hell of a match. And going into that, I didn't know much about Jeff Cobb. And of course, I got my get my Tru Heel information. I get my Tru Heel information sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm not too familiar, I'm gonna ask questions. And when I found out that this man he was Matanza?
Yeah, literally, JJ goes to me. He's like, who's this Jeff Cobb guy? I feel like I've seen him before. I was like, Matanza Cueto from Lucha Underground. He was like, which one is that? I was like, the one that's like a mass killer whose brother's with
Dario. Look so familiar. Like, no wonder why the moveset looks so familiar. But damn, once I got that, I was like, but damn, that match. When you talk about one of those undercard matches, that shit to me reminded me of when Gargano and Almas over-delivered in their unexpected match in Brooklyn. When it was expected to be a good match, Cobb and Hangman, but it wasn't expected to be the best match of the night.
Yeah.
It was not expected to be that good.
There was a moonsault off the top rope from Hangman Page.
My God.
Hangman Page did his running off the apron, shooting star press that got caught into a belly-to-belly by Jeff Cobb. I mean, Cobb was moving like only he can. Jeff Cobb, if you haven't seen him live or you've never seen him, he is pound for pound one of the best big man wrestlers you'll ever see. There's some of the stuff that no other big man in this business can do what Jeff Cobb does. So that's why I feel like Jeff Cobb, by far, to me, is the best signee that ROH has done as solidified in this post-elite era. He is one of those main stars that they need to build around.
Just share your moments if you had some at Final Battle.
Yeah, post your comments on
amazing.
What you thought about Final Battle. I mean, we also had Kelly Klein win the ROH Woman of Honor Championship. The boobs. So we had 2 new champions, the Briscoes becoming 10-time ROH Tag Team Champions. But let's hear from the Spotlight Nation and the Tru Heels. What were your thoughts on ROH Final Battle?
2 comments. That guy. He loved the story of Marty and Chris Daniels, and the Flip Bully match was a bit of a letdown to him.
The Flip Bully match, what I liked most about the Final Battle card, it had a little bit of everything. that Flip Billy match was right out of the WWE playbook. That was a WWE match.
Did I not say that this match had WWE all over it?
That was WWE story. You bring all the players back into it. You bring the Sandman. You bring Cheeseburger. You bring Jeff Cobb. You got Christopher Daniels protecting Kerry Silken. You got all this stuff during that match.
I was like, yo, this shit had WWE written all over it. And all you heard, Baby Seth was like, yo, his dick was hard because he saw Sandman. His dick is hard! What's going on? Sandman is in the fucking ring. I'm like, this is that 1999 shit all over again.
I swear,
that was an awesome moment, though. It was awesome to see the Sandman.
Janelle from Jobber Tears were the two people that marked out the most for Sandman.
But Janelle, shout outs to Janelle from HR, because anytime Bully is on TV,
it's the best thing she saw at an ROH show.
Best thing on the show.
Best thing she saw at an ROH show.
Best thing on the show.
But I do have to mention, Stat King, you are absolutely right. Daniels versus Marty was one of my favorite matches of the night.
Really good.
And we also got to bring up the following night. You know, Marty lost some friends. The Elite is gone. Hangman Page, Cody, and the Young Bucks. But now he's made some new friends. The newest signees from ROH, PCO, which is formerly known as John Claude Lafitte, or from the Quebecers back in the 90s, if you remember him correctly. And Brody King, which is one of the premier big men out of the independent scene. PCO and Brody King with Marty Scurll are now known as Villain Enterprises, and I feel like that's a big sign for Marty Scurll that they're gonna go all in on pushing him to the forefront, which I've been begging for this whole year. I felt like Marty Scurll was a candidate for most underrated because ROH seriously dropped the ball in my opinion in 2018 with Marty.
Yeah, but you know, comments from the Heels page.
Yes, Tru Heel Maurice says Final Battle was so good they had him out there buying title belts.
Damn, dropping them dollars, yo. You skipped the strip club that night, didn't you?
Skipped the strip club, he got an ROH world title.
Got an ROH world title. At least you got to take some home instead of some dirty draws.
Any other comments?
Dre also felt Flippin' Bully was too much, but in a bad way.
All right. I've been hearing a lot of that from
Dre,
a couple
I feel
of
you. WWE, it had so much. It felt like WWE was all over that shit.
And it was a little weak of the finish. I understand the kendo sticks. You know, it goes back to Bully killing them with the kendo stick. But definitely, Bully killed you with the kendo stick. Like you were like tapping him. He was like,
that was like, dude, that was like me quitting to my nephew, hitting me with kendo sticks, yelling, "I quit." That was like me saying, "I quit" to my 7-year-old nephew.
Look bad. So we got to move on to the other big event that happened this past weekend. It was WWE Tables, Ladders, and Chairs TLC. And I got to say, top 3 WWE main roster major show of the year. TLC from top to bottom definitely surprised me because the Raw side was weak. It was trash. But the SmackDown side was very solid with the build-up going into it. But the show from top to bottom, in my eyes, it delivered. The women's TLC, of course, closed and stole the show. That was one of the best matches of the entire year. Our Lord and Savior, Ronda Rousey, got revenge on Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair for the heinous sinning.
Right there. That's where I'm going to kind of cut you off and say that I don't think that Raw didn't deliver. Because Ronda carried the Raw brand that night. Raw delivered because of Ronda Rousey. Probably one of her absolute best WWE matches.
She carried
against Nia Jax. And then stole a night by stealing the championship from both Becky and Charlotte. Raw delivered. Just in a very different way.
She put out a solid 3.5, 3 3/4, very good match with Nia Jax. Like, how dare you guys vote her for most overrated? Sure, she's had, I'd say, Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, Ronda Rousey. These are the 3 greatest rookie years that we've ever seen in the past 20 to 25 years in this business.
But you know what that means? That means Ronda is a 2-time Tru Heel Award winner.
That's it. That is. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You made me look at it from a positive light. Ronda is behind Kenny Omega with two True Heel's year-end awards. So thank you few True Heels
Just
for
like,
voting
remember
for it.
Owen Hart took his 2 slammies and made the best of it.
He did.
Ronda's a 2-time True Heel winner.
We do have to talk about AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan. In my eyes, their best WWE match. That one was very back and forth. A lot of technical wrestling. But they threw in something new. And that something new is the new Daniel Bryan, which is by far one of the best characters in WWE right now.
Saving SmackDown to me. He's literally saving SmackDown. That and the insertion of Mustafa Ali. That is literally saving SmackDown to me right now. Because as good as SmackDown is, it just felt so repetitive. It felt repetitive. It felt like the same thing was happening. It felt like Joe was losing a lot of steam just because he's barraging. He's doing the same barrage segments every week. Daniel Bryan is something so fresh. And the fact that we got now Mustafa Ali in the SmackDown Live brand, it gives you a real good reason to get some real good action on Tuesday nights.
Absolutely. I like all the new things that they're doing on SmackDown. SmackDown definitely feels a lot more fresher than Raw when the McMahons came out and said, we're going to give you something new, something fresh.
Are we going to talk about that?
Then we got a whole bunch of handicap matches, which we getting for the last couple of weeks. We got Elias and Bobby Lashley segment, which we been getting for the last couple of weeks.
What changed on Raw?
I don't know. We got Dolph versus Finn Balor, another match that I've already...
What closed the show on Monday Night Raw?
Oh, Natalya. Natalya in the gauntlet match.
A gauntlet match.
A gauntlet match.
A women's gauntlet match.
Yes.
Closed. So the fact that the ending wasn't even prepared because the main event ended at 10:57.
Yes, and they had to fill out a lot of time with Ronda and Natalya looking awkward.
She was raising her arms for like 4 minutes.
It wasn't timed correctly. I mean, you have to give it up to Natalya. She definitely performed well on Monday. She pulled out 30 minutes out there. That was like one of her best performances in years.
The boss failed again.
We're not gonna.
She was last.
And y'all didn't even vote for her for most underrated. The boss, Sasha Banks.
Overrated.
You think she's overrated? Damn.
Overrated.
Okay.
Overrated.
He's gonna get heat in the comments for that. That's for sure.
Whatever.
That's for sure.
Whatever.
That's for sure. So and
Dude, I voted for Ronda Rousey for overrated. I mean, our opinions don't mean shit.
Fabulous Truth won the Mixed Match Challenge. They will respectively get the number 30 spots in the Royal Rumble. Yes, our Truth will be number 30 in the Men's Royal Rumble. Carmella will be number 30 in the Women's Royal Rumble.
Once that match happened, I was like, thank God I ain't going to Phoenix.
I'm not going either. I'm
going
good.
to Phoenix.
And Braun Strowman, with the help of Kurt Angle, Chad Gable, Bobby Roode, Finn Balor, and Apollo Crews, got the victory over your favorite wrestler, Baron Corbin. So Baron Corbin is no longer the GM-elect, and Braun Strowman will go on to versus Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble.
Was he relieved of his GM duties, but he was still on Raw 3 times?
Because he's a wrestler again now.
Wrestlers get one segment of a fucking show.
Not ones they care
How
about.
was he on there 3 times?
Not ones they care about, like Corbin.
He is the reason I was in a coma and missed a whole episode.
No, you were in a coma because of WWE's bad writing.
I am trying to not get yelled at from the lady 500 yards away.
Okay.
But that piece of shit was not supposed to be on fucking TV that much after the McMahons all came out and said, we're taking back Raw because we're then, now. And as soon as they make that announcement, he comes out.
Yep.
And not only they go into the segment, they went into commercial with him. They came back from commercial with him. He opened up with a match. And then he had another segment.
Wait, if you didn't know what I was doing, that's my impression of the WWE and the McMahons blowing smoke up of all your asses. That's all they did in the first segment. They blew smoke up your asses and said they were going to get changes.
So I took my dose of medicine and went to sleep.
I mean, the one thing that really pissed me off was them saying, you're going to get new faces, new superstars. And literally told us every new face and every new superstars we were going to get in a 5-minute
Dude, that's
video.
the same shit they did with Asuka.
So bad. So bad. No surprises. No surprises. Any word from the Spotlight Nation on the True Heels?
Why did they give us an EC3 ass shot? What the fuck was that?
Because you had to see the EC3 on his ass.
Yes, a couple of comments. Joshua Daniel, the women's TLC match was easily one of the greatest of the year.
Yes.
And Ronda did wonderfully that night. 81 performance.
Absolutely. The women's TLC, I would say,
but let's
behind Becky and Charlotte from Evolution.
That women's TLC match had to be, if you just go on a raw thought, one of the top 10 WWE matches of the year.
Yes.
Easily.
100%.
Like, hands down. It could even slide into the top 5.
But
that match was phenomenal.
Like, can we talk about this? Because I'm going to say this now before Romeo watches this show. He's probably not watching live. Charlotte Flair might be the greatest women's wrestler of all time because that was an MVP type performance. She got her ribs crushed by Becky Lynch on that leg drop and was up literally like 5 minutes later doing a swanton from the top rope to the outside.
You see how she ran Asuka through that barricade?
Oh, that looked sexy.
Oof.
I'm just saying. That was a Brazzers moment for me. That looked all types of naughty, and I enjoyed it. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you for always giving the women Reggies. Thank you for having great matches. Thank you, Charlotte Flair.
Thank you, Mimi, for the still picks.
Absolutely. Thank you, Charlotte Flair. You're going to lose in Phoenix at the Royal Rumble to our Lord and Savior. And finally, our last note from the big wrestling weekend to end 2018. It was New Japan Road to Wrestle Kingdom 13. We're going to get into the entire Wrestle Kingdom card just in a moment, actually. But we just had to point out and mention the fantastic tag team match that was the Golden Lovers versus Tanahashi and Ospreay with, by far, the spot of the year. The spot of the year with Kota Ibushi springboard Hurricane Rana to Ospreay, who lands on his feet, and the camera work. When people say that New Japan, oh, they have crowds that are not that loud, they don't have great production. You need to watch that match because the crowd in Kurgan Hall went crazy. The camera work was like a movie. Zoom in on Ospreay's face, looking like a professional beast. Zoom in on Ibushi, like, why is the fans cheering like that? Zoom in on Ibushi again when he turns around and he's like, what the fuck, are you real? And the zoom in on Ospreay just looking at him like, yes, I am. Like, what a spot, how it was shot, the production was on point. These two, literally, with that one spot, made me so excited for January 4th. And that's opening the show! Oh my God! But watch that tag team match. That tag team match, all the great matches on TLC, all the great matches on Final Battle, that was the match of the weekend. The best match of the weekend.
Agreed, concur to that. I mean, that New Japan is living up to its being best promotion of the year. That's simply what it's doing. It's living up to its being best promotion of the year. It just didn't do it off of one spot and of one thing. It's been having great action, great moments, great storytelling, great moments all year. They've been the most consistent brand for the past few years. It's just now more eyes are starting to finally see it. More people are starting to actually get witness to it. But New Japan has been consistently good.
Absolutely. Let's hear one more word for the spotlight and the Tru Heels before we get into Wrestle Kingdom.
A couple of things. Joshua gives a shout out to the New Day Bar Usos match, but he's tired of seeing them face each other.
Absolutely. And I was so glad Anderson and Gallows mentioned that on SmackDown. They mentioned how it's been them since April. It's ridiculous.
And Stat Guy agrees with JJ. Banks is overrated, and Joshua retorts, Becky is overrated.
Ooh. Ooh.
I mean, you're not gonna hit home with me because I'm not really a Becky fan. I just appreciate what Becky has done.
Joshua, check out our heated opinions. It's gonna be up on our YouTube channel.
Like I love Becky Lynch, but it's just more of what she's accomplished this year. I'm not a Becky Lynch fan. Clearly, I'm a Ronda Rousey fan. So doesn't hit home. It doesn't strike home.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But we gotta go through one of the biggest cards of the entire year. January 4th every year is the night in Japan.
Even though I will give Ronda her shit sometimes on Raw, that was her worst promotion she's been in the WWE.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
No,
I'm just,
that was her worst
promo.
promo.
We moved on.
Ronda,
we
there was
moved
no
on.
reason
We
to,
moved on
no
into what's next, but he wanted to say some hating shit
because
about our Lord and Savior. Because someone said something about the man. But you weren't offended by them saying about the man. But you have to, we're going into what's next. We're going into Wrestle Kingdom. We don't need to talk about WWE.
You're such a dick licker, yo.
Lord and Savior. It's a woman. I'm defending a woman. That's not a dick licker.
Get off a dick, yo.
That's a clit licker.
Get off a dick, yo.
Her clit.
Yo, she could get criticized for a quick second. Just because we're her fans doesn't mean she is criticism free.
Clitty. I am on that clitty.
Like, Jesus
all day.
Christ, you
all day.
Fucking dick rider, yo.
All
like,
day.
Back the fuck up, yo.
All day. What's next is New Japan Wrestle Kingdom. Every January 4th, every year, New Japan has its biggest show of the year inside the Tokyo Dome, and it's always one of the best cards of the year. Wrestle Kingdom 12 had Alpha versus Omega, the big major matchup between Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega, as well as Tetsuya Naito versus Kazuchika Okada in one of the best main event matches of the entire 2018. So 2019 starts off with this big show. We're going to start from bottom to top. On the pre-show, it's going to be a never open weight 6-man tag team championship gauntlet. This will determine the #1 contender for the never open weight 6-man tag team titles, which is currently held by the Bullet Club OGs, which is Gorillas of Destiny and Taiji Ichimori. We got Takushi, who's going to be teaming with Toru Yano and Maccabi, who used to be known as the most violent players. They are finally back together in this 6-man tag. They're going to be teaming against David Finlay, Jeff Cobb, and Michael Elgin, who actually just got injured, so he's going to be replaced in that match. They're going to be versing
that sucks.
Yes, they're going to be versing Best Friends and Hiroki Goto. And they're going to be versing the Suzuki Gun team of Killer Elite Squad and Minoru Suzuki, who's going to be also versing the Elite team, which is going to be Marty Scurll, Adam Page, and Yuji Takahashi. Who you got in this one?
Oh, I'm definitely not going with the Elite team because they've broken up. I'm clearly not going there. I'm going with who I just saw the other night, man. I gotta go with whoever is riding with Jeff Cobb. I gotta go with whoever is rolling with Jeff Cobb. I have to. Like, he is a one-man wrecking crew. Like, I think that he is gonna single-handedly steal that show. Like, I think it would have been a hands-down slam dunk if Michael Elgin was there beside him. But I think the fact that Jeff Cobb is going to be there on his own, he's going to have a replacement partner, I think it just puts a bigger spotlight on him. I'm going with Jeff Cobb in this match.
I'm going to go with Takushi, Yano, and Maccabi. I feel like the story is leaning towards them. The Bullet Club OGs and Chaos have been feuding ever since Jay Wyatt turned on the Chaos to go to the Bullet Club OGs. It was most recently that they had a tag team match where the Bullet Club OGs were attacking Yano and the members of the Chaos, and Maccabi came out and made the save. If you know the history of these two men, Maccabi was actually turned on by Yano when Yano first joined Chaos all those years ago. So this is the first time they're going to be teaming together since Yano turned on them. So I think it's their time.
It's my guy, son. It's my guy.
You couldn't wait till it was his match.
It's my guy.
You see what I deal with?
It's my guy.
No type of professionalism.
Yo,
no type of good timing.
Yo, dude, you mentioned Switchblade.
We could have waited till we get to his match.
You mentioned Switchblade.
You have no patience.
You fucking had 20 episodes with me. When the fuck have I ever had patience?
Anyway, the match that's going to kick off the show is going to be, this match might be the match of the year.
Yo, dude, you're in Tru Heel Heat with a fucking tie on.
I look good. Never open weight.
You look like a baby face.
Never open weight championship match is going to be Will Ospreay versus the champion, Kota Ibushi. This is a dream match that everybody's been looking forward to. Who you got in this one?
Wow. This. You know, this could be the match of the night.
This could be the match of the year.
This could be the match.
This could be on January 4th.
I hate saying match of the year on January 4th.
How many times has it happened?
No. You ain't never lie. You ain't never lie. But this could be the match of the night, easily. All right. I think Will Ospreay needs this. I think this is the time that Will Ospreay actually starts, because he's been losing a little bit too much. he's been losing a little bit much. Like, he puts on these awesome matches, and he constantly has been on the losing end. Kota Ibushi has had a really, really good year with the Golden Lovers. He's had a very solid year. Victories over the Young Bucks. He's done very well for himself. I think this has to start to solidify a serious championship stamp for Will Ospreay. I think he needs this.
I'm going to go with Kota Ibushi. I feel like this is a catch-22, to be honest with you. You could go either way with
it really is.
Ibushi or
really
Ospreay. I'm going to pick Ibushi because Ibushi just won the Never Openweight Championship. I don't think it's the right time. This is like his first major heavyweight championship in New Japan. He's been a heavyweight for the last couple of years since he made his return. This is the first title that he's actually won. He's had shots at the Intercontinental title, at the heavyweight title. This is his first title, so I feel like he's gonna hold it.
I feel like Kota Ibushi needs to lose this title because I think he needs to get intention for the U.S. or the Intercontinental title. I think he needs to finally start climbing up the serious ladder because Kota Ibushi has been around for a long time, being successful for a while, and being side by side with Kenny Omega, you have to eventually, with that type of talent, you have to hit mainstream level at some point.
Absolutely. And he should.
The only reason why I'm going with Ospreay.
Having a great match against Ospreay.
You know clearly what I think of the Never Openweight title.
Well, clearly.
It's a fucking joke of a title.
IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. It's going to be a three-way. We got Roppongi 3K, who won the Super Junior Tag Team League. They're going to be versing Bushi and Shingo of LIJ, who's going to be versing the champions Kanemaru and El Desperado. They've held the titles for about like 6 months now. They beat Roppongi 3K back in like May or June of 2018. This is the match that has all been leading up to. These three teams went at it at Power Struggle in the Super Junior Tag League Finals. This is the rematch. Who you got in this one?
I'm gonna go Roppongi 3K on this one.
I
think they finally need that. I think they need that Wrestle Kingdom win. I think they need to get that win. And I really want to see. I really want to get a good. I want to get a good rapport and following with these guys. I started to watch them a little bit. I kind of like them. But I want them to get a signature win. And I think this would here in a triple threat tag match, I think this would be a really good win for them.
I think coming off the Super Junior Tag League and them getting the victory for the second year in a row, I think you're absolutely right. They lost last year to the Young Bucks in the opener at Wrestle Kingdom. This past year. So I think this year they won the Super Tag League. They're going to win the tag team titles back for the third time and become the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions.
At Wrestle Kingdom.
At Wrestle Kingdom. I agree with you there. IWGP... No, actually, Rev Pro. Revolution Pro is going to have the British Heavyweight Championship defended for the first time at Wrestle Kingdom. And what a match this is going to be. Tomohiro Ishii going one-on-one with Zack Sabre Jr.
I'm making this pick with my eyes closed because I don't want him to kill me when I make this pick. I'm going Zack Sabre.
I've got to agree with you.
I'm going Zack Sabre, and I don't want Ishii to even know that I made this pick. And I do not want him to kill me. So I'm going to pick Zack Sabre. Ishii, I did not make this pick. This is the ghost of JJ. I'm going Zack Sabre, unfortunately.
He don't want to be assaulted, Ishii.
Ishii, I met you. I seen you. I'm like, you do. Like, I didn't even want to have a meet and greet with you because I thought I was going to fucking get slaughtered.
Shout out to Jacqueline and Carissa. They know Ishii personally. Tell them what Top Guy JJ said. Anyway, I am gonna also pick Sabre Jr.
I swear to God, if I end up seeing Ishii when we go to New York, I'm getting Cody to sick his dog on you.
Damn, yeah, to sick a dog on me?
You motherfucking right. Because you're gonna sick a pit bull like Ishii on me?
Okay, relax. Sabre Jr., he lost
I need to recognize who the fuck Ishii is.
Sabre Jr. lost the British Heavyweight Championship to Ishii when Ishii had his first run. Ishii lost it to Suzuki, then won it back. This is the time for Sabre Jr. to confirm his great year that he's had for New Japan and his first full year with the company. He needs to get this win at Wrestle Kingdom and get back that British Heavyweight Championship. Next up,
I did not make this pick, Ishii.
We got the
ghost made it.
The IWGP Tag Team Championships. It's going to be the Young Bucks versus the winners of the World Tag League, Evil and Sonata of LIJ, versus the Bullet Club OG's own, the champions, the Gorillas of Destiny. Who you got in this three-way?
So unfortunately, I picked against the Young Bucks last year.
Yeah.
And they won.
Yes, they did.
So if I pick them this year, they're going to lose.
Yeah.
The Elite's been on a pretty bad losing streak lately, so I can't roll with them in this one. So I'm going to go with the group. I'm going to go with Evil and Sonata. I'm going to go with Evil and Sonata because I think this is that one match where the unexpected team that you're not looking forward to win is going to pull through in this match. And even though the Young Bucks are probably going to be the heavy favorites going into this match, I don't think they're going to pull this off. And the Elite has not had a good 6 months as far as in-ring victories.
Absolutely. I've been trying to review like the rest of the matches that we're gonna be choosing from, and I realized that we're gonna have a lot of title changes in this night. We need a couple of people to retain their titles, so I'm gonna go with the Guerrillas of Destiny. I think the Guerrillas of Destiny, they've been holding it down. The Bullet Club OGs have to have some type of titles within their faction. They got the Never Open Weight 6-man titles, 6-man tag team titles, which I think they're going to lose to the team that won in the pre-show, Toge Maccabee, Toriano, and Takushi. So I feel like they got to hold on to the heavyweight tag team titles for just a little bit longer.
Leading on. This is a perfect list. It's almost segueing.
Absolutely.
That's exactly why I did not pick the Bullet Club OGs.
Well, teach yourself. IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. It's going to be his boy, Cody, versus Juice Robinson. This is a rematch from Fighting Spirit Unleashed when Cody won the U.S. Championship from Juice. Who you got in this one?
Adrenaline in my zone, and the reason I'm out of control. Do it all to get them off the feet. Do I have to mention who I'm picking?
So this guy was just complaining about the lady downstairs, complaining about being loud, and then he blasts the music. Anywho, Juice Robinson gets the victory. Take that title off of Cody, that piece of trash. He's gonna bring the circus to Tokyo. It's ridiculous. Next up, we got the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. It's going to be the champion Kushida going one-on-one with Taiji Ishimori. Who you got in this one?
Ooh. All right. I love Kushida. Like, I hate going into matches and picking against Kushida in anything. Like, I like Kushida. So, just enjoying you, I'm going Kushida.
I'm gonna go with Ishimori.
Of course you are.
I'm seeing if you notice the build up, Guerrillas of Destiny get the win. Ishimori. We gotta have momentum getting into one of our bigger matchups in the night, and this person needs all the momentum going into that. So it seems like it's a foregone conclusion that he's gonna win, and that's what the match we're gonna get to next. It's gonna be Kazuka Okada, the man that was in the main event of Wrestle Kingdom 12 versus his former stablemate in Chaos, the one and only Switchblade, Jay White. This match has been building up for quite a number of months. This all started last year on January 5th when Jay White was brought into the Bullet Club by Kenny Omega. He turned them down, turned on Omega, made his intentions known to go after the U.S. Championship. The following day on January 6th, he joined Chaos, and he told Okada that he was in Chaos by convenience, and that eventually he would come after Okada's world title, and he would take down Okada. Okada lost the world title back at Dominion in June. In the G1, it was a whole different Okada. He lost to Jay Wyatt in the first match of the G1. He lost his second match against Bad Luck Fale. He went on a little run, but he did not win the G1 climax. And then after that, he versed Tanahashi for Tanahashi's briefcase for the G1 title shot at Wrestle Kingdom. He lost in that attempt. And then, out of nowhere, his best friend, his former manager, his mentor, Gato, turned his back on Okada, joined up with Jay White, made his intentions known. At the next big show, King of Pro Wrestling, it was Jay Wyatt that officially joined the Bullet Club OGs. And now we have set the stage for Okada versus White. Who you got in this one?
The man that is going to restore Bullet Club status. definitely Switchblade in controversial fashion. I don't care how he does it. Is pulling it off against Okada, which will make 2 years in a row where Okada loses at Wrestle Kingdom. Yes, it's happening.
He beat Naito last year at this year's Wrestle Kingdom.
I really thought that was against Omega. I apologize for that. I was so in my Switchblade moment.
Yeah, you were.
I was so in my Switchblade moment.
I had to put you.
I was so in my Switchblade moment. I thought Okada lost twice. That is my bad. That is my bad.
Okada don't lose at no Wrestle Kingdom, so Okada will get the victory against Jay White.
Yeah. There's a first for everything.
Next up,
Jay White is taking that.
We'll see. IWGP.
You want Bullet Club to be relevant, don't you?
I told you, Ishimori going to be Junior Heavyweight Champion. Gorillas of Destiny going to be Tag Team Champion. Jay White is going to have a great match. He's going to have a great match against Okada, and that's going to put him on the map.
Who's the man of the Bullet Club?
Tama Tonga. IWGP Intercontinental Championship match. It's going to be the champion, Chris Jericho, going one-on-one with the leader of LIJ, Tetsuya Naito. This is the second big matchup between these two, and this is another match that's been building up for an entire year. This whole feud started on January 5th. Chris Jericho angry that Naito basically took his claims to be the main event of Wrestle Kingdom 12, attacked Naito the following night, and it started a war that built up and it culminated at Dominion, where Chris Jericho took the IWGP Intercontinental Championship away from Naito. This is the big rematch. Who you got?
Nigga, give me a belt.
Who you got in
this one? Give me a belt. Do I even gotta make a pick during this match?
I mean, you're wearing the shirt.
Do I even gotta make a pick?
You're wearing the shirt.
Do I even gotta make a pick during this match? Do we even gotta make a pick during this match? Fuck Naito!
Before we get into our last match, Tranquilo Naito will be the, I think it's 1, 2, 3-time IWGP Intercontinental Champion. This is why a lot of our Tru Heel Heats go like 2 hours long, because of this guy.
Continue.
And finally, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship is on the line. It's going to be the champion, the cleaner, the best bout machine, Kenny Omega, going one-on-one with the winner of the G1 Climax 28, the ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi. This match, of course, Tanahashi won the G1. Kenny Omega won the IWGP Heavyweight Championship back at Dominion in one of the greatest matches of all time against Okada. But this match is more about the present and past of New Japan versus now the present and future of New Japan. Who will lead New Japan into the future? This is a dichotomy of two sides of the wrestling spectrum. You got Tanahashi, who respects more of the traditions of professional wrestling, especially of the New Japan culture. He's an Inokiist. He was trained from the art of Antonio Inoki versus Kenny Omega, who's trying to take wrestling into the next stratosphere and push wrestling to the next level. You had Tanahashi with his Classic Series against Okada. You had Kenny Omega with his Classic Series with Okada. Now these two men meet for only the second time one-on-one. Who you got in the Wrestle Kingdom main event?
Probably the hardest match to pick of the entire show. Because part of me, like, I really, really want the ace to win this. Like, I want him to win this so bad to instill that never-ending relevance to his New Japan career. But I feel like doing that is going to hurt Kenny. And I don't want to hurt Kenny. I don't want to hurt Kenny. And the fact that I don't think Kenny is going anywhere, I don't see Kenny losing. So I'm going with Kenny Omega in this match. It is going to be, if it's not the best match, it will be the second best match of the night. I am going with Kenny Omega in a thriller of a match.
I'm pretty certain this match is going to be 5 stars. This match is going to be incredible. I mean, these guys haven't been in the ring one-on-one together in 2 years. And this is a very older Kenny Omega. This was the Kenny Omega who was the cleaner, who relied a lot on the Elite, the Young Bucks, and the Bullet Club for help. So there was a lot of interference in that match that he had with Hiroshi Tanahashi back at New Beginning in 2016. But this match is going to be pure wrestling. It's going to be strong style. You're going to get the great psychology
one of those matches where you
of
could
Tanahashi. You better have your vape pen ready 3 a.m. in the morning. When that match and that bell rings, you want to be on another level because you are going to see some of the best wrestling that you will see all year. Tanahashi and Omega is going to be a classic, and I got Kenny Omega, like he said, in a thriller. So post your comments in the comments section, especially for our YouTube channel. All your picks for Wrestle Kingdom 13.
If you ain't doing this with your boy during that match, you are fucking up on life, yo. I'm just saying. Because your girl gonna look at you like you crazy. Like, nigga, I ain't getting up for you for that time unless it's for some dick.
So make sure you lay the great pipe the night before, go to bed early, wake up at 3 a.m. with your girl, with your friends, your significant other, and get ready for the best wrestling show of the year.
Waking up with your friends because you putting your girl to sleep.
Absolutely. Smart man here. You can tell he's got a woman.
Experience.
Yes. So thank you everyone for watching Tru Heel Heat 22. Thank you for taking part in the second annual Tru Heel's year-end awards. I want to thank each and every one of you that voted on our polls on the Tru Heels page. You guys definitely, we love you guys expressing your opinion. Of course, I'm going to come on here and say I hate you guys' opinion and that you guys were wrong on a lot of them, but that's just who I play. That's the role I am. That's who I am. I'm SP3. If you didn't expect me to say that, you don't know who I am just yet. But we appreciate you guys taking the time out to vote, put your comments in there, talk about all the people you didn't like, talk about all the people you did like. So post your comments on the YouTube channel, what you thought about the second annual Tru Heels year-end awards, and what you thought about Tru Heel Heat 22. Of course, you got to follow us on the Twitter machine at Tru Heel Heat. Follow us on our group page, Tru Heels, as well as follow and like the Spotlight page, as well as our actual Tru Heel Heat podcast page. Our business page is up, so like and follow that page as well. Follow us on Instagram at Tru Heels LLC. You can follow me at Tru Heels _ Epic SP3. Top Guy JJ at
Tru Heel _ Top Guy JJ. And just to piggyback off this man, the thing I love about doing this show is that we aim to literally do something different that is different than your typical podcast. We do not like to sit here and give you the rumor mill and the basic shit that anybody can talk to you about. If this doesn't give you something that you can sit here and talk shit to your boys about, and remember, we are fucking up. So if we are fucking up, you need to leave something in that comment section to let us know where we are fucking up.
We always love your feedback.
If he's not wearing enough suits, if I'm not bloviating about shit that revolves around beating meats and Ryback segments, if you'll see it later on, if you see it when it comes on later in the week, some funny shit. Or segments that makes this man go crazy, like Ronda Rousey getting the 2 most backwards awards of the year. We're doing something wrong, but we must be doing something right because we've made it for 22 episodes.
And we are going to be on our way to Tru Heel Heat 13 before we
23.
Get 23,
Fuck.
whatever. I lost count because
this nigga's Marty McFly. He's trying to go back.
You started rambling. You're always rambling. God. Anyway, check us out on iTunes. We are officially,
you need to loosen up your top,
we are
man.
officially going to be up on iTunes. We got so many requests from you guys. When are you going to iTunes? When are you going to be on iTunes? We are officially going to be on iTunes with Tru Heel Heat 22. So check us out on iTunes. Get on the ProWrestlingTees.com.
Y'all have no idea how much pressure we just put on the producer just now.
Absolutely. It's going to be up. Check out all our videos, our Tru Heel Debate of the Day and Heated Opinions on our YouTube channel. And like, share, and subscribe for more Tru Heel Heat. This is Top Guy JJ. I'm SP3.
One more comment before we leave. Tru Heel Bruno, SP3 looking like a young Teddy Long, player.
Well, I'm gonna book a tag team.
Well, let me holla at you, player.
A tag team match between you, Bruno AB, and Vin versus Baby Seth and Top Guy JJ at Tru Heels Mania for Tru Heel Heat 22. I am SP3, and we'll see you on Tru Heel Heat 23.
Bruno, you just fucked up.